Hi, I'm Jake Carter.
And I'm Nathan Carter.
And I'm Karen Bourne.
And welcome to The Carter Couch.
We hear the rustle and Jake goes, oh, I think that's a monkey on the balcony.
It was me nan in the bushes.
No, I heard this monkey noise, right?
We've just been chased by a load of pigs.
But I would say Sharon's the best.
See?
Her name's Karen, nan.
What?
It's Karen, not Sharon.
I'm sorry, cut that out.
It was I would have known it was a pig, you gobshite.
So,
It was full on like a roar, like a bear.
remainder of the
Have you a
podcast.
volume
everyone.
knob for this shit?
Jave?
She can't talk today.
Jave was a mixture of Jake and Dave, whoever Dave is. How are you, Dave?
Don't talk about Jake like that.
Yeah. And little did I know, it's actually a boar.
We ran out of toilet roll yesterday and I had to come over to the hotel to get toilet roll to take it back to the villa that we're staying
You're
in.
actually
You're
robbing.
talking shite.
So I want to start my own brand new segment.
Okay, segment. Oh, we are Carter couching on the Costa. Hello everyone, I'm Jake
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Karen.
and welcome back to The Carter Couch.
/ Bourne.
This is
Born.
episode 4, so if you're just joining us, hello, welcome. You can go back and watch the first 3 episodes. This week is slightly different though. We are Carter couching on the Costa.
Different type of couch.
And I'm
That's hard
raging
to
we
say.
couldn't get the couch
I'm
over.
not even on a couch, to
My
be
back
honest.
is broken carrying this couch from
Nathan
Dublin
just
Airport.
Nathan landed
here.
in. Me and Karen lifted this couch out, and I
telling
swear to
you.
God, there was nearly.
I haven't stopped.
We nearly broke up bringing this couch out here, but we're here now. Tell us why are
Pivot.
Why,
Yeah, to me, to you.
why are we on the Costa? Why are we here?
We're here for
Calpe?
Carter on the Costa in a lovely place called Calpe.
Is it Calpe
Is it-
or Calpe?
I was just gonna
Calpe.
say, it is Calpe.
Well, I don't know.
I think the
That's what
Spanish
pronounce
call it
anyway.
Calpe though.
Calpe.
Like scalp, Calpe.
There's an E on the end.
No, there's not in Spanish. I think they take the E off.
Oh.
But anyway, we're
in
here.
Calpe, or Calpe.
It's
whatever
lovely
way.
anyway. The weather's
So
fantastic.
we're currently on a balcony, so you might hear a bit of like a background noise
Yeah.
today. But we hope it's
And we've
going
a
to
few
soothe
special
you.
guests.
We've a
Yeah,
couple of
yeah,
well,
that's
we've one
actually
special guest
exciting.
coming in on this episode for this week, and we might have a special.
Are you all right?
Do you want to take
We've
a
one
minute?
special guest coming in on this episode, and then we might save one of the next special guests for next week's episode. So welcome back. Anyway, we're going to as well be announcing our winner of our competition at the very end of this episode. So make sure you stay tuned to listen to who has won the 2 tickets to an Irish concert date of Nathan's and their very own Carter Couch mug. Right, we're going to start this week off by going through some of our messages from you guys from last week's episode. So we want to say a big shout out to Kira Ringwood, who said she was listening to the podcast on the Lewis one morning and couldn't help but laugh out loud. She only realised when she was getting off that everyone was staring at her unapprovingly.
No,
Don't
there's
listen to
actually
them,
nothing
Kira.
worse than that.
I got the Lewis for like the second time going to Coldplay the other week. It's brilliant.
I've never been on the Lewis.
I don't know
Oh,
why I
have
don't
you
use it
not?
more often. It's
No, it's
actually
so
really
handy.
handy. Yeah. The only problem is I didn't know about paying, and I
Or whatever,
I
you were
missed
trying
the
to get
one that
free
went.
Can you
Lewis.
tap?
That you
No.
can get a leap card, but I haven't got one.
Oh.
Anyway, a big shout out to the Yorkshire Rose of Tralee committee, Christine, Geraldine, and Charlotte, who love the podcast from Leeds, and can't wait to see Nathan in a couple of weeks. You're in Leeds.
We're in Leeds,
We're in
yeah,
Leeds in
we
a
are.
couple of weeks. A big hello to A.O. Fisher, who is listening to the podcast all the way over in California. She listens to it twice to understand the accents.
Oh,
I don't know who she's on about there, Karen.
it's definitely not me. I'm very
Could be
well
you.
spoken and very clear.
This one is for Nathan. Aisling Bryan, our producer's sister, was in touch to say that Grania, who is a massive fan of Nathan's, is turning 50. And she turned 50 last week. And she said she's sorry, your invite must have got lost in the post.
Congratulations.
No, it's not happy
the big
birthday.
5-0.
Congratulations.
We also have some predictive text mishaps from last week. Last week we were talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
predictive text. A friend of mine once sent a message. Oh no! A friend of mine once sent a message saying, "You have my full." It was meant to say, "You have my full condolences," but instead she looked back at the message and it said, "You have my full condoms." That is from Jessica in Donegal. I don't know what you text that if someone had lost someone and you said, "You have my full condoms." That's a bit random.
Yeah, that is.
I was replying to a job interview and I was meant to write, "I look forward to speaking with you," but instead I wrote, "I look forward to sleeping with you." That is from Nicole in Dublin. She said she was mortified. I wonder, did you get the job, Nicole? If you did, then we need to talk about that. Right, talking of tattoos and singing and signing last week, we've been sent some tattoos. Claire from Glasgow, and we're going to flash this up on the screen for our YouTube viewers, has a signature, Nathan, of your date of birth and your full initials. So for anyone that's listening, Nathan has 6 names?
Kane, Tyrone, Anthony, John.
So 6 names. Nathan, Kane, Tyrone, Anthony, John, Carter. And this girl has all of your initials and your date of birth on her arm.
She must have a long arm.
She must have a long arm. Fair play to you, Claire. There actually is a good few tattoos out there. So if anyone else...
It's on our arm.
On her arm. Not her ass, her arm.
Right.
If there's anyone else out there that has a tattoo of Nathan, please do send them in. On the topic of delivery drivers, we have Richard. Richard gave us his full name, but it's quite bizarre that he gave us his full name because I'm going to keep him anonymous just in case. He used to deliver for a well-known delivery company that we gave out about a couple of weeks ago, but we're not going to say who it is because there's a few. And believe it or not, some drivers do steal the food. They will collect the food and contact support and make up an excuse as to why they can't deliver it, like their car is broken down or the person just won't answer.
That would be me.
So I'm not wrong.
No.
It happens to everyone.
Yeah.
And we've one other question. Someone else has wrote in, Jake, where is the strangest place that you've ever signed?
Where's the strangest place that you've signed?
Probably Ballyfermot in Dublin. Very strange place.
What you mean? Bleeding neck.
Right, so we're going to start off our catch-up this week by talking about last night. There was a very, very strange thing that happened to me and Karen, and you couldn't write what happened. We went for food here in Calpe.
I'm still not the better of it.
The restaurant was lovely.
I couldn't even sleep last
really
night.
Nice.
I'm traumatized.
And then we decided to walk to the gig. We were a little bit late, and we heard this rustling in this little field beside
we heard a rustle, and Jake goes, "Oh, that's a monkey on the balcony."
It was me nan in the bushes.
No, I heard this monkey noise, right? And I thought it was coming from a balcony, and I only had 2 beers, but I was like, I think there's a monkey up there. They must have a pet monkey. And I was like, they don't have a bleeding pet monkey. But it wasn't. That was just a flower. And then next thing we heard, like...
It sounded like a bear.
It was like...
No, you keep saying it oinked. It didn't oink.
It was
if it
snorting,
oinked, I would have known it was a pig, you gobshite.
So,
it was full on like a roar, like a bear. So I was like, why is there... So, and this, like, the bush was kind of rustling, and I was like, oh my God, and Jave?
She can't talk today.
Jave was a mixture of Jake and Dave, whoever Dave is. How are you, Dave? So Jake then was like, no, hang on, like, that's a bit random. So he pushed me in the middle of the road. Actually, there could have been a car coming. You pushed me in the middle of the road. There was no cars coming.
No, I knew there was something in there.
And all of a sudden, this big, huge, hairy pig comes running for us.
Don't talk about Jake like that.
Yeah. And little did I know, it's actually a boar.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know. What's the difference between a boar and a pig? It's one hairy and one smooth.
Smooth? I don't know.
But this thing darts towards us. So, of course, I start running and I'm screaming, and I looked above, and everyone's out on their balcony staring at us, like wondering why I'm screaming.
Was it just one?
No. There was like 6 of them.
Hair did them come out of this little field.
Yeah.
And Nathan was like, oh, it wasn't even near you. I never ran so fast. They were heading towards, and it was all supposedly. Then do you know the way I googled your best friend? Look, they're so vicious.
Yeah, so we googled it. There is a problem in like this part of Spain with wild boars. But can I just say, because someone said to me last night, why was your initial reaction to take your phone out? It wasn't. The video that I got was at the very end. I did like push Karen out the way and then ran and screamed like a little girl. But but like there was loads of them, and they're really vicious.
Right, so and
Shakira
then,
was attacked.
Listen, we get back to the gig where everyone was gigging, and of course, like, you go into a gig and my top lip was dripping with sweat, right? So I was trying to explain myself, and I'm like to everybody, we've just been chased by a load of pigs. Everyone's looking, going, are you drunk or what? But actually, no, where was I going with this? Help me, Jake. Oh yeah, and then your man, what's your man's name that met us with this short?
They all had shirts on, Karen.
No, your man, the funny fella.
Gary Gamble.
Gary Gamble. Met us, whips out his phone and was like, oh no, did you not hear the latest? I thought he was winding us up. Shakira was attacked by a load of them last week.
She was attacked in
They robbed their
Barcelona.
handbag.
Shakira.
No, Shakira.
She was saying Shakira, as in Shakira got attacked.
Oh,
no, Shakira.
Shakira.
And they robbed our Louis Vuitton or something.
Yeah. So,
and then supposedly someone else, this is the last thing I'll say on it, someone else said, what you're supposed to do is stand still. Yeah, hang on, a ball running for me, and I'm going to just stand looking at it.
So that's
I fucking ran for my life.
apparently what you meant to do is stand still and they walk off. So we did the completely wrong
fucking
thing
ran
because
and
the
he
two
went
of us
towards
just
us.
pelted it. But they're fast as well. They're quick. So if you're coming to this part of Spain, just be careful. Watch out for the pigs.
You like bacon fries, though, don't you?
I love bacon.
I wonder, is that the bacon that they eat over here? You couldn't eat wild pigs, could you? No.
Is that not the black pig?
Hairy pigs.
I don't know.
These were hairy.
These were, they were black
mad
and hairy pigs.
Did they have horns?
No, a pig doesn't have horns.
I
Right.
think it was a bull.
So last week we were chatting about one of Nathan's brand new ventures, which is Carter Clothing, and myself and Karen and everyone else was expecting to get some clothing at this stage, but we still haven't received
It's on the way.
any parcels
Keep
yet.
saying
It's on
that,
the way.
on the
So
way.
a good friend of ours called Gary Gamble has very kindly donated a piece of Carter clothing that he's gotten made, and I think it's only right that we get Nathan to wear this for today's podcast. Right, Nathan, can you put that on for
That's
us?
actually lovely.
That's actually a great picture of you.
That's
was
not
that
the bit of
Photoshop?
Carter clothing I
Photoshop
want.
is amazing.
That
these
is a
days.
lovely shirt. Look at that. So he's now going to wear this for the remainder of the
Have you a
podcast. everyone.
volume knob for this shirt? Turn it down.
It suits you. Do you know what? Nana's definitely going to have them on the merch
Should be
store
solid.
in the next couple of weeks.
She'd be wearing that tonight now.
We also wanted to have a chat about a very well-known podcast named the Two Johnnies Podcast. They sent me a message this week after last week, me saying that they didn't have a very good Scouse accent, asking me if I could do a Tipperary accent.
You definitely can't.
So I don't think I
Go
can,
on,
but
have a go.
Try your
I'm
best.
going to say, I'm Johnny B here.
You sound like you're bleeding a farmer from.
They
West
always say
Cork.
lads. Well, lads, how's it going?
Why are you adding the shh?
Is that not what they do? No? Welcome back to the Two Johnnies
Well, listen, I
Podcast.
tell you wouldn't make
I'm
it-
Johnny B. I'm Johnny Schmack Me on the Arse. And this is a podcast.
No.
No.
Terrible. No?
No.
Stick to singing.
No.
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 Right, lads. I'm not very good at accents.
So I want to start my own brand new segment.
Okay. Segment.
What's wrong with that?
Segment. Okay,
Anyway.
what's the segment?
Oh, it's segment. It's not segment.
No,
anyway, I say segment, so we'll keep it at that. And it's called the Gobshite of the Week.
Oh.
And the Gobshite of the Week this week was Jacob Eugene John Carter.
Jacob Eugene
Because
John. Full title, thanks.
What did he do?
So I'm coming home from the studio after teaching, and he says, "Oh, Karen, you wouldn't stop off and get a few dishwasher tablets." And that's one of the most annoying things. Now when you just want to get home. Anyway, went, got the dishwasher tablets, came home to figure out he had already put the dishwasher on, but put a cap of fairy washing up liquid in the dishwasher.
Okay, right.
The whole kitchen was full of bubbles.
In my defence, there was a load of dishes, and I was trying to be good. I was trying to do the dishes. And since I've done this, I've had 5 people come up to me
Saying they've done it.
saying, granted, they were
they're
all
all
men.
gobshites.
They were all men. But they all come up
Exactly.
to me and said that they've done it before. I just thought that it was going to be similar. So I just put but the problem is it's like the good fairy, the concentrated one now that has the thing at the bottom.
Good fairy.
The
Yeah, I think
posh
it's like
fairy
I think it's
liquid.
like a strong one. But I poured the whole, filled the thing and closed it. And I went, and then I think I was getting in the shower or something, and I come back before Karen come back, and I was like, oh shit.
The whole kitchen
There was just
literally like...
suds everywhere. And then you can't get rid of them. Except then I rang Kira, my sister, obviously our sister, and the best way to do
Shakira.
it was Shakira. I gave
Shakira.
Shakira a ring and said, how are you getting on? But she was getting attacked by wild boars, so she couldn't help me. Is to spray deodorant on it.
It gets
And
rid
it
of
Gets rid
the
of the
bubbles.
bubbles.
But
yeah.
then breakfast the next morning tasted of dove. It was it was rotten. So I need to stick it on again.
So
but,
that's
yeah.
that. I'm gonna. Also, I have to have a gobshite every week.
Yeah,
That's
so
gonna be
if
so
you
easy.
have your gobshite of the week for this week, please do send us a
Please
message.
let us know.
Send them in to thecartercouch@gmail.com, or you can get us on social media at The Carter Couch. Right, we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back very soon. Hello everyone and welcome back. This week on Jake's Take, considering we are in the lovely España, I want to talk about Spanish staff in general, as a whole.
Oh, he's
The
not
pros
on one again.
and the cons.
Here we go.
Okay?
Here we
no,
go.
No, we're going to
Be
start
back in
with
an hour.
the benefits of Spanish staff is their alcoholic measures. Their alcohol measures are absolutely, depending on how big you want to drink.
Astronomical, some may say.
They're huge. Karen got a gin last night, right? And it was in a gin glass. And I swear to God, you couldn't fit half of the tonic that was
yeah,
in it.
Yeah.
Like,
That
it must
explains a
have
lot.
been
Maybe there was no balls.
Yeah,
at
like-
all.
75 mil of gin in it. Has to have been.
75 mils. That's just under a litre.
Well, a standard one's 35 mil, is it?
Hang on, a litre.
Or is
oh, no.
20?
It's
25 at
different
home?
in the UK to Ireland.
Oh,
Yeah.
what is it in Ireland?
Ireland has
Bigger or smaller?
35. Yeah, 35
And
mil.
the UK has 25.
25.
Well, Spain
think.
definitely has at least 70 mil.
I'm not good with figures, but like
Yeah.
6 bottles in a
You
glass.
were not complaining.
Yeah.
So that's one of the pros, I guess. The
No, but it doesn't
cons-
even taste nice.
Yeah, it's too. I couldn't even.
It's
barely
too
drink
strong.
But
mine.
you know what you do? You order one and then you get another glass and you
Oh,
just
there
got
you go,
half
split
stingy.
them, yeah.
But then the problem is then sometimes you're like, do you know what I'll do? I'll get a pint glass. And then it just goes downhill from
Oh,
there
yeah.
because you're drinking a pint
drink a
glass
pint
of
of
Disaronno
vodka.
and ice. Yeah. The cons then, right?
Here we go.
They are, now maybe they have the right idea. They're so relaxed. Like you walk into a restaurant, most of the time you have to sit yourself down. You have to ask
you
them for
normally
menus.
do have to sit yourself down. What do you want to be carried?
No, but like they don't come in and be like, where would you like to sit? In most restaurants. Now, we had a lovely meal last night and they were really good. But like most of them, it's just really relaxed. And I think they probably have a much better way of life for doing that. It's
No,
all
but I
like,
think
right,
they come
let's
in and
chill.
it's like for their dinner, it's like a sit down and it's a family thing. Everyone chats. Where when I go in for food, I want me food in 0.2 seconds because I'm absolutely starving.
Yeah, in fairness, when we go for a meal, we're normally an hour and that's it. Like we're in, eating
No, an
out.
hour. That's oh no, we're not an hour.
You eat like
But
a
they do
wild boar.
say,
you.
yeah,
I
they do say Spanish time, as in like it's.
Well,
just,
they're on Spanish time,
It's
yeah.
just relaxed.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
like you have to ask for like what you want for food. You have to call them over for that. Then you have to ask
Yeah.
them for more drinks. You have
Maybe
to ask
it's
them
just
for
the
the bill.
restaurant. Then we
It
had to
takes
ask for
ages.
knife and fork. I was like, are they gonna expect me to just put my
Yeah.
head in this bowl?
But again, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think we're just always rushed and on the go, that we're used to being like everything happened there and then. I think it's a different way of life. Now, the other thing is, yesterday we're filming this podcast on a Monday. It's going to come out on Thursday, obviously. But yesterday was Sunday. All the shops close on a Sunday. Like, you couldn't get a
Yeah,
supermarket
that's where
yesterday.
it used to be years ago.
We
wasn't
ran out of toilet roll.
It's
I had
like
to
that in
use his
Northern Ireland.
socks.
it? Jake.
What? What are you talking about?
Leave that in. We ran out of toilet roll yesterday, and I had to come over to the hotel to get toilet roll to take it back to the villa that we're staying
You're
in.
actually
You're
robbing.
talking shite now.
I had to rob the toilet roll. There was no shops. Needs must. Do you know what I mean? But the shops just all close on a Sunday, and then they have like a siesta time, so like 2 to 4. Most places are closed as well. I
Yeah.
couldn't use the gym the other day because it was
Oh
closed.
God, love you. Yeah, no, you look very deflated.
So that's my Jake's take is Spanish staff. Have you got anything else to add to it?
No.
No, I just do think they're quite laid back. But I think again, there's no harm.
No,
We
I
need
think
to take a breather.
I think we're probably just always on the go, and it's our lifestyle and the way
We're
that we
antsy.
live.
No,
Whereas
you're
they are,
extremely antsy on
I am
this trip.
very well, I'm just antsy in
As-
general.
No, because like
That's me
his
told.
title again, his tour manager, like we're having our dinner and he's literally like trying to get back to the bleeding venue. I was like, oh, are you in a hurry there, Jake? You chewing your food or are you just swallowing?
Inhaling.
Yeah. So anyway,
Very
Spanish
antsy.
staff. That's our take on them.
Hello and welcome back to our In the Bin section. And this week, I am throwing in the bin.
What?
You're throwing the bin in.
Mosquitoes.
Oh, you're throwing mosquitoes in.
Oh, I'm bitten alive.
Is it the mosquitoes that bite you or the midges? I nearly said.
Mosquitoes, isn't it?
Midgets.
I nearly said
I
midges.
knew you were going to
there.
say midgets. Yeah.
Is it the midges though,
No, it's
or the
midget.
mosquitoes that bite you?
But anyway, that's what I'm throwing in.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I
Have you
am.
anything else?
I think I've got. I'm not exaggerating. I think I've got 42 bites on me. I'd say. Like I've
counted
grew a new arm
43.
here. Look at me forearm. It's got like a lump. Did you see Mum's ankle? She's got like a new ankle. My ma has got 3 ankles currently because of her bite. They're
Thank
just
God,
everywhere.
touch wood. Since
do you know-
I got here, they don't like me.
Well, do you know what Karen does? So we're going to bed last night, and before we go to bed, she has to spend 10 minutes
Yeah.
going round the room
Checking.
with a
Yeah.
torch and the lights on and,
And
killing
they
any little
attract,
bugs.
so the lights they want to come to. So if I see it coming towards me torch, I'm like, Jake, get that flip flop and kill it now.
Like this is about
But
2 in the morning,
now the
and you just
disadvantage.
go asleep.
Hang
don't you?
on. Yeah, but didn't we wake up lovely and fresh without any bites?
I still think I got about 6
No,
bites.
you didn't. You didn't. I'm so afraid of getting bit because I just get lumps and bumps everywhere. That I don't even open the window, and you're absolutely boiling in the
Yeah,
room.
it's roasting.
So what's worth getting bit or absolutely just not?
I
having
think
good
we
sleep?
can do a unanimous vote.
Yeah,
put
put them in the
mosquitoes
bin.
in the bin. We all
Any
agree?
others? Any others,
Straight
lads?
in. Anyone else? Karen, what's your in the bin?
Cockroaches. I'm just have a massive phobia. of them.
Yeah, Karen,
haven't seen
you're
one yet.
actually scared of a lot of things. in
Wild
fairness.
boars.
Wild boars.
Oh, the board. They
No.
have to go in the bin.
But like, it's so irrational, Karen's fear of cockroaches. Like, she screams and she'll like grip onto you and like nearly break your arm when she sees a cockroach. And it's
Just-
like that big.
It's just not something about them. I'm not afraid of a lot of things in life. But
Is it true that they don't die?
Yeah.
if you stand
No,
on
if you
them.
stand
If
on
you
them, they
stand
lay-
on it, I
no,
think it dies.
No, it does die, but
They
it
lay
releases eggs.
Yeah. Well, that's if they're pregnant, is it? No.
No, that's... Let's not talk about them. Moving on.
So we go to
Now the
Tenerife
bin.
most years because Karen's sister lives in Tenerife, and there's loads of cockroaches over there. But there was one in our room once, and she literally, like she, I don't know, she didn't wake the hotel up. She screamed that
I think
loud
I stayed up
at
crying
these
all night as
cockroaches.
well.
Yeah. Right,
Anyway.
we have a couple of more in the bins. Andrew, our cameraman, actually has an in the bin. What do you want to put in the bin, Andrew?
Jiving.
Yeah, but hang on a
the
minute.
bin.
Is it country jive or jive in general? Because I'll take
No,
that quite personally.
Irish jiving.
What's
Like,
wrong
Irish
with
country
jiving?
it's like it's wannabe American country dancing, and they can dance the line dancing, the proper dancing.
Andrew,
it's like a lazy.
I have a funny feeling.
It's a lazy
If you
dance.
can't hear Andrew that well, he wants to put country jiving into
the
the bin.
bin?
You're
Andrew
gonna
has
get some
been.
hate, Andrew.
I'm not going to give you a
Come to
surname, Andrew.
Texas, we'll show you real dancing.
That's line dancing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's real dancing. Jiving, what is jiving? Seriously, where did it come from? Who made it up? do you not agree? Anyway,
So Andrew's been
Karen
filming
agrees.
for
I
the
know she
full
agrees.
week here on the Costa, and I think he's had that much jiving that he wants to put it in the bin.
No, but I think it's mad because jive is so different.
Well, your type
to
of
what we
jive,
do.
yeah, like Latin and ballroom
Like I wouldn't
jive.
be able to. Anyone that I'm fascinated by country jiving. Like I wish I want to learn it because it's so different to the jive that
You
I
could
love
eas-
a,
you
you
could
love a
easily
good
do it,
jive, don't you, Nate?
Right.
I like jiving.
You love
yeah.
a jive.
Yeah, I'd love to see you do my type of jive.
I couldn't do that.
curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Don't think I
how?
could.
Are we ever going to see you on Dancing
because
with
it
the Stars,
requires a
Nathan?
bit of talent. That's
No.
why you couldn't do it.
Oh! Andrew is getting brave. We need a camera on Andrew. Would you ever
Come
do
in,
Dancing with the
Andrew.
Stars? Because
No.
we have been asked that question
No,
a
I've
couple
been
of
asked
times
a
on
lot,
email.
but no, I don't think it would.
Is it just because you'd have to win?
Well, me brother won, so it'd look pretty bad if I didn't win, wouldn't it?
What dance would you think you'd be the best at?
The
Out of them all.
jive.
The
Country
jive.
jiving.
No, there's no country jiving
No,
on
but you know,
Strictly or
you
Dancing
know
with the
that'd
Stars.
be weird. Like if say he was to just go one time, yeah, I'm going to do the show. Like, would you dance with me or someone else? That's the big question.
I don't think he'd be able for you, Karen. You'd be too good for him.
What you mean? Always wing. No, but you know, like, would you want to dance with me or would you be like,
Oh, yeah,
no,
no, we'd have a bit of crack. Like,
we would.
Yeah.
We'd
You
actually
always
have
said
Sure,
a-
I'm
the,
better crack than him. like.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I always tell him that.
Right, we've had a couple of in the bins sent in to us. Lisa Smith wants to put cyclists who cycle on the path in the bin.
Well, I just nearly got knocked over by a bike.
Oh,
so-
did you?
Yeah.
I get that, like, but over here the bike lanes are on the path.
I know, but I
So
was
that's a bit
texting and looking at my phone.
Oh, so it was your
but
fault. Don't blame the poor
boo.
cyclist.
Oops.
I agree. Like cyclists who are cycling on the bath, well, don't cycle on a bath. Whatever you do, cyclists that cycle on a path, but like once they're adults, like kids, you can't expect them to cycle on the road. Do you know what I mean? Like you couldn't have like someone below the age of like 16 cycling on the road. It's a bit
Be
dangerous.
dangerous. Yeah.
But I do agree. Like cyclists on a path at home is a bit annoying. And the scooter thing, I don't know if I'm into that either. Do you know,
they,
like
they frighten
like
me.
the
If they
electric
hit you, you're
scooters?
dead. Or you
Well,
at least have a broken
If you
foot.
got hit on one, you wouldn't end up too well either. I wouldn't want to come off one. Do you know what I mean? Because they go quick.
They wear helmets.
They're
No.
meant to, but
No.
most don't.
No.
No. But now I have also used one of them scooters loads, and
Without a helmet.
yeah, Jared who works for Nathan has got a scooter over here in Spain, and it's been an absolute lifesaver going to get
You
stuff.
didn't see last night the gig.
Why? Well, he's
late-
on the scooter.
late- I wasn't. That man in there was.
Oh.
Andrew.
Yeah,
Did he-
flying around the
Oh,
room.
God.
Andrew has a need for speed as well. So can we put cyclists who cycle on the path in the bin?
Ah, yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
no.
we may as well.
We're gonna get a lot of hate emails.
Yeah, I like cyclists. I actually used to
No, they
cycle a
shouldn't
lot.
be on the path.
I
so-
used to wear the whole
Fine.
lycra and the little
Oh, God,
the
moving
cyclist
on.
shorts with
No
the
one
spongy
wants to
bum.
see that.
No.
Why? But it was when you were cycling like 30 miles, you needed like a
Oh,
comfy
stop.
ass. Do you know what I mean?
You have a big enough arse anyway.
I don't want to put cyclists in the bin, but yeah, just cycle on the road. And finally, Leanne Power has said she wants to put staff removing the bottle tops at concerts, but that's the one benefit of the new bottle tops.
What's that?
They don't take them off when you're in a concert now because they're attached.
Oh right, yeah.
So that's the
Yeah.
one benefit now of them new terrible idea of
Yeah.
the bottle tops, but that's the one good thing about
Oh,
them.
that actually, you're
Yeah.
right, Leanne. That
Do you know when
is
you go
a
on the
bit
match?
annoying
When you used to
have
go to the match
hold-
as well,
yeah.
they take the top off the thing, but now they don't because it's attached. So,
Oh.
I think Leanne, I think you're just outdated. I think now they don't do it, so I don't think we'll put that in the bin either.
No,
What do
but
you
that
think?
would be annoying though.
Yeah. Right, we're going to go to a quick break. If you've got any in the bins that you want to send in to us, then please do. You can get us on social media at The Carter Couch or email us at thecartercouch@gmail.com. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Carter Couch podcast. We have our first ever special guest. Will you please welcome our Nan? Woohoo! Hello Granny Annie.
Thank you.
How are you? How are you feeling?
Wonderful.
Are you enjoying Spain? Yeah, hold that mic up to your mouth.
Oh, yes, it's gorgeous. Could
It's
stay
lovely
here
over
another
here.
week.
And tell us, how come you're here on the Costa with us here at Carter
I'm here
on the Costa?
because with my gorgeous Nathan invited me.
He invited
so
you out?
isn't that lovely?
What are
Yes.
you doing though?
I'm dancing and by the way, have you got any ice for this gin? I don't, I can't drink it
I don't
without
think you meant
icing.
to put gin into the Carter Couch mugs now, to be honest.
Well, it'd be best.
And-
And it tastes better.
Tell our listeners at home, because there's some people who'll be listening to this podcast that don't have a clue who you are or what you do
they all know.
when you come with us on tour. So
Well, I
what do you
think
do?
most people know me because I'm along the road and everyone's shouting, hello, Nan, wherever I go. So I think people do know
And
me.
what is it that you do though? What do you do when you come
I
to the gigs?
sell all the merchandise.
You sell the
I do,
merchandise.
yes.
CDs and
Everything.
T-shirts,
Everything.
cowboy hats.
You ring us, we'll get it out to you. We'll send it out if you don't buy it here.
And how many years have you been selling merchandise for now?
Oh, God. Well, for a long time. I think it was Nathan's first CD. That was the start of it. He was about 15, I think. I'm not really
It's
sure.
only 5 years ago.
Point that microphone like that. There you go.
15.
Yeah.
We're selling
Sure, I'm only
merch.
21.
In your dreams.
Yeah. And what's been the best seller this week here on the Costa?
Carter mugs.
Oh, the Carter Couch. Are you selling them? Are they expensive?
No.
No. How much for a mug?
Well, it depends which country you're in.
Well, you do as a
It
deal.
goes up and down. What with euros and sterling and whatever other currency we have.
Right. And now we're going to do a quick fire round, a couple of questions that you have to answer very, very quick, okay? So this is going to be like you've got 5 seconds to answer. Ready? So we want to ask you, what's your favourite food?
Say that again, please. I didn't hear what you said.
Quick fire round. You have 5 seconds to answer, right? What is your favourite food?
Steak.
What is your favourite drink?
Gin.
Who is your favourite grandchild?
Nathan.
Who's your favourite person on the podcast?
Jay.
Oh, here.
But I would say Sharon's the best.
See.
Her name's Karen. No.
What?
It's Karen, not Sharon.
I'm sorry. Cut that out. Can you cut that bit out?
Yeah, we'll cut that
Yeah,
out. Don't
we'll
worry.
cut
man.
Cut that out.
Nan, can I ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a driver do you think you are?
Sterling Moss.
What?
That's a racing driver. That's a racing driver
What year
from
was
years
he
ago.
from? So,
Well,
for
my
those listening at
generation.
home, Nan has a tendency, do you know speed bumps when you see them?
slow
What do you
down.
normally do?
Slow down.
Yeah, so Nan has this tendency to speed up when she sees a speed bump, don't you, Nan?
I didn't know I did.
Can you
but
tell the
you'll tell me I
listeners?
do.
Tell the listeners at home, how many speed awareness courses have you been on over the years?
At least 3.
How many points have you got on your license now?
I think 6 at the moment.
For those that are listening at home and they're watching on YouTube, is there anything that you want to say about our first episode that we released where your favourite grandchild announced to the world that you fart on the tour bus?
I
I-
didn't say that. He said that.
Go back to
I
episode 1.
belie- I
Listen to it. Who said it? Can you confirm
Well,
or
I
deny?
don't-
Do you fart on the tour bus, Nan?
No,
Well, where do you fart then?
I don't fart.
Oh, well. Nan doesn't have a sense of smell as well, everyone, so that probably helps the fact that she doesn't
I
fart.
I
went-
can't hear.
When
Hey?
you were
What?
on the
What?
stage, I went in and I said to you, 2 little farts, blaming me for
You
farting.
farted when I was on stage.
No, I was telling you off, the both of you, saying you 2 little farts, putting that about me.
So you can confirm that it's not you that
It's
is farting
definitely
on the
not
tour
me.
bus.
Who
And
is it?
Who is it then?
I don't know. There's 16 on the bus, so
Who would
know,
you think the farter is out of them all?
I wouldn't know.
No,
No,
you're not
No, she's
naming
not
any
naming
names.
no.
The word Carter rhymes with farter. Do you know that?
Well, it wasn't him.
Oh, it's not him either. And are you the one that snores on the tour bus then?
Well, I wouldn't know if I do, but I don't. I've never sleeping with my husband for 60 odd years. He's never mentioned me snoring, so it's another one of your hobbies, tricks, what you do. Like you say to me, would you like a cup of tea, Nan? I said, yeah, love. And you go, yeah. And throw it over me. But
No, I do this trick. Like,
there's no tea in it, but it's just like a joke.
Yeah, constantly
it's the
does
joke
that.
of, here, Nan, do you want this? They go, oh.
That's what he does all the time.
Right, Nan, thank you so much for joining us on
been-
our Carter Couch. Have you anything you'd like to say to the listeners at home?
Everyone is home. Book this holiday because it's fantastic.
Geez, you're some saleswoman.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
You'd sell sand to the Arabs.
Because you know why? There's something to do all day.
Yeah.
Dancing, playing bingo, everything you can think of. Listening to lovely music, podcasting, whatever you call it.
And they get to meet you now.
Yes, lovely.
You'll be there. Thanks so much, Nan. Let's give a round of applause, everyone. Woohoo! We'll be back after the short break.
So next up is the Karen's Conundrum. And
Woo.
this week, my conundrum, that's a very hard
Is
word
Jake.
to say, is Jake. Yeah, it's Jake again. Gobshite of the week, conundrum, you name it, Jake has it this week. And it's more so, no, do you know what? It's more so just the fact of, it. I think it's funny, no matter what country you're in, wherever we are.
Yeah.
People always speak to you in whatever that language is. So
Yeah.
if we're in France,
It's
they're
actually a
speaking
Jake
French.
conundrum.
If we're in Spain, they speak Spanish. If we're in Cancun, they speak Cancunian.
That's
Not a
Spanish
thing.
as well.
Mexican.
I think Mexican is Spanish,
Cancunian.
isn't it?
But regardless, I just think it's gas. But they
Yeah.
never speak to
It
me,
was
so
the
they look
same-
at me and think she's definitely Irish. But this fella's
It was the
exotic.
same in Italy. Yeah, so in general now, maybe that's why...
You
the-
have one of those
yeah.
faces. You do look like
Could
you're
be from
quite-
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Liverpool. You wouldn't think I was Scouse.
Like, and even sunbathing and all, it depresses me on holidays beside you.
So
wasn't
whenever
blessed with the nicest
whenever we go
skin.
into a shop over here or we're getting food, instantly they just start talking Spanish to me. But I'm now getting... I downloaded Duolingo a couple of months
3
ago.
years. You didn't. You done that years
and I lasted.
ago.
I was like, I'm going to learn Spanish because it's just annoying me because everyone just speaks fluent Spanish to me. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And then I lasted a week. It's still on my phone. But I do need to... I think if I learn... But I'm getting a bit brave now that I'll go in and I'll be like, hola, ¿qué tal? And then they just
No,
start
and then-
speaking Spanish. I'm like, oh, fuck, that I should have said anything. And then I look at them like, no comprehende. I'm from Liverpool.
Yeah,
So-
so that's kind of my little thing.
So it's
Just
a Jake
because we're
conundrum.
away and it happens all the time,
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny.
It's nice, though. I like that. But then as well,
Do you like
sometimes...
looking a bit exotic?
Yeah,
Is the
but
question.
sometimes I'm like, they just get a shock then when I'm like, no, mate, I'm not Spanish. And then they're like, oh, because we were somewhere the other night as well. And I think I just said gracias. And the waiter was like, oh, one person who speaks Spanish. I'm like, no, I literally said
Even how you
thanks.
say gracias, you sound so English.
Gracias.
Yeah, you
No.
don't. You're not even trying to.
Well,
add
how
a
are you
bit
meant
of
to say?
accent.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Is it soft? Is it like you've got a lisp? Gracias.
You do have a little lisp.
I do have a tiny one, yeah.
You do,
Nathan
it's like-
always makes me very conscious about. But
Anyway.
yeah, so Karen wants to put me in her Karen's Conundrum this week.
I thought you were going to say in the bin. We'll see you
We're
in
not
the bin
putting me
as
in the
well.
bin, no. But yeah, you always give out as well when we're sunbathing. And I don't lie out in the sun
Oh,
really
you
when
do.
I'm away.
You're mad about yourself. Come on.
But I would get a tan really
Oh.
well, really quickly. I don't really have
Oh.
to try. And Karen's always like, oh, you get in the shade. You get under that umbrella, would you? You're doing me head in. So, yeah.
Slightly
Right.
jealous.
We're going to be back very, very soon with a special guest for this week's episode.
Hey.
So don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode for the Carter Couch. We are going to our Carter Counsel section next, and we've had a couple of people who've wrote in. So, first up, we have Mrs. Anonymous from Bangor. Obviously wants to keep
thought you were
this
gonna say from
very
Ballyfermot.
anonymous. She said, please keep me anonymous. This Carter Counsel is a little bit rude. I live at home with my brother and he has recently got a new girlfriend. We are both in our 20s and my room is next door to his. Himself and his girlfriend don't like to keep things quiet, if you get what
God.
I'm saying.
Here we go.
Should I tell him to shut up or should I save the awkward conversation and say nothing?
Oh, tell him to shut up.
Help. I can't sleep. It's what it says at the
Oh
end.
no, like
and that
there's
is
no
from
even thinking.
Anonymous in Bangor.
I would be banging on that wall being like, cop on. But you know
Well,
what?
so
I
was
think
he
it's-
by the sound of things.
But I think that's real, like, whatever about him.
It's a
But
bit
as the
disrespectful,
girl,
yeah.
It's a bit like, you well.
Yeah, the girlfriend, you think she would be a little bit more conscious. Does he live at home with... It doesn't say if they live at home with their parents. It doesn't say... Is it just them? It's even
Did Reece
worse.
send this in?
It could have been Reece, you're Nathan's lighting engineer. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'd
Buy
have
a
to
set
say...
of headphones?
I'd
No?
have to say,
Oh,
no,
no.
that's not... You can't sleep with headphones in. I tried to do that on the tour bus. It's hard. Not that
What's
that was
hard?
going on the tour bus, but
On a minute.
What was me nan up to?
You're poor Nan.
bring her back. Bring her back. I'd have to say something.
Yeah.
You.
It's just disrespect.
It depends how close you are as like siblings, but
no,
I
it
think
doesn't.
I think
I wouldn't want to hear you next door. Good
no.
luck.
Oh no.
When we live together,
No.
no, you respect each
Wouldn't
other's
mind hearing
like,
you, but I don't want to hear.
all right. Well, I hope if you'd be hearing her, you'd be hearing me as well, or there's something going wrong there.
Right, can we strangers? Basically, my answer would be, I'm having cold flush. Oh no, hot flush. Is it cold flush or a hot flush? Anyway, I would basically knock on that wall and be like, seriously, and I'd be giving her the daggers as well the next day, saying, would you ever? It's a sister, is it?
It's his sister, yeah.
No, I.
No, sorry. It's her brother. Her brother.
Incest.
Incense.
Yeah, this is
Incense.
incense.
Yeah. No, it's her brother and his girlfriend.
Yeah, no, I'd 100% I'd say something.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're all in agreement here that Anonymous from Bangor, you should just pluck up the courage and say, cop on. Right, we have another one as well. Laura Lyons, and I have a picture to show you for this one, has sent us in a message. This isn't the usual Carter Counsel. She's got a problem with her windows, and she said this one's for Nathan because she knows that you're getting construction work done at
Okay.
the minute.
Yeah.
So she says, I'm loving the podcast. Unscripted shows are the funniest, so well done, guys. The early hours of Thursday morning is the highlight of my week. Unfortunately, my qualm isn't a funny one. Qualm, see? It's a good
How
word.
many times
Right.
can you mention
It's a grown-up problem, so it probably won't make the cut. Well, it's going to make the cut, Laura. I've called a few people, but no one can give me an answer. So, I ordered new windows in Chartwell Green. I think it's so funny, these names for windows. Chartwell Green.
They
What
sound
does that
nice.
even mean? That is a lovely colour, apparently, and a lot of people have their front doors in it. I don't know if I'd have a front door in green. Anyway,
would.
each to their own. Apparently, Chartwell Green doesn't have a RAL colour. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
But there is a colour similar, pale green. It actually does have a RAL colour now that I have done some research, however. Anyhow, the colour I got is basically pea green, and it is awful. So, I'm going to show you the picture of Laura's windows here now.
Oh no. And she have to
I
paint
hope this
it
isn't a
enough.
euphemism.
This
Laura's
is not a
windows.
euphemism. So, here is the colour that Laura asked for on the chart.
Yeah.
And there are the windows that she got.
Oh God.
So, for those of you at home, I don't know if you can see that. That is the Conundrum that we have here. She got pea green instead of Chartwell green, and she's basically saying here in a roundabout way that they were very expensive, and I feel that I shouldn't have to pay more to get the colour that I wanted / ordered in the first place.
Absolutely.
What should I do?
Oh yeah, that's their fault.
By the
Yeah,
sound
surely.
of this, though, like you send some email, Laura. It's about 6 pages long, but the builder is washing his hands of it because
Oh.
she agreed to that RAL colour of
I
pale
wonder,
green.
could you get them sprayed?
She said I'm sure I'll be able to get them sprayed, but she just
It's not
said
the
they were
point.
very expensive
No,
I know.
and she doesn't want to pay more money.
Yeah.
So what do you do in that situation?
Surely if it's not the colour she chose, the company needs to...
Yeah, I don't know. Now, it's an awful colour.
It does.
Pea
It doesn't
green.
look great now.
It doesn't look great, Laura. Like the other green, I don't
'Cause
mind.
I'm going
You're
green.
going green,
I'm
yeah.
going green.
Yeah, it must be a...
I think it's 9023 or 9032 is the code.
Jeez,
Yeah.
you're
Alright.
getting very good, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why are you going green?
I
Why
just
not
like
That's
green.
all in there. I
cream
love
or white
green.
and stay simple? Do you know what I
Was
mean?
your last
Greeny
one's not a
grey?
greeny
Yeah,
grey?
they were, yeah.
They were lovely as
So
well.
what do we think she should do, guys? Paint it herself, maybe? That's an
No.
option, no?
Because it's never going to be as good, and she's paid all that money.
I think
for
if the
them, they need to-
builder is like a nice person, he would probably see where the miscommunication has happened.
Surely when you see
But
the colour, you'd convince her not to get it.
work is work. If he's done the work and she said to go ahead with that colour, you know, I don't know. It's an awkward one, sticky situation. Have we any advice that we can give her from the Carter Counsel? Just get white windows next time, love.
Surely they need to replace them. I don't get it. If
Well, they
that's not
can't
the
replace.
colour-
Do you know? If
It's
the
not that the
windows can
colour-
be sprayed, I wonder if they brought in that colour then, or do they just get windows and then they spray them? How does it work? I don't know.
I don't actually know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did she order the windows and they came that colour?
I'd say yeah.
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 I think your best option, Laura, is probably to just spray them a different colour. Choose a different colour. Green's rotten anyway.
No, I
Reminds
like
me of
green.
snot.
Depends on the type of green.
Even that fancy, is it quail egg they call it or something? Is
Yeah.
that a green?
I love all of that.
I think it's rotten.
Yeah,
Or is
but
that like
you've
a
no
grey,
fashion
isn't it?
sense anyway, or any style.
Look at me vest.
Exactly.
I wore this vest. I got a lovely load of hates for it online, and I wore it just for this podcast today.
Just to annoy people.
What do you think? Is it nice?
Yeah.
Zara, would you have this in your Carter clothing range?
Moving on swiftly.
Yeah, so any other
Anyway, yeah.
Right, guys, if you've any Carter Counsels that you want to send in for us for next week's episode, then please do. You can get us at The Carter Couch on our social medias or send them into thecartercouch@gmail.com. So, last week we had a competition on our social media to win 2 tickets to any concert of your choice in Ireland for Nathan Carter and your very own Carter Couch mug, which we will sign as well and send out. We did a draw. And the winner was Lucy McPhillamy. I think I'm pronouncing that name
That
right.
doesn't sound like
From I would say Ardara, but I know it's Ardra in Donegal. That's
Yeah.
how you say that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Lucy McPhillamy, I think that's how I pronounce your name. I apologise if it's
Lucy.
wrong. Congratulations. We'll be in touch to send out your mug, and you can let Nathan know, or you can let myself
gig
know
you wanna come
what
to,
gig
yeah.
you want to come to,
Yeah,
and
no
we will
problem.
get you 2 tickets. Thank you so much to everyone who entered. That is the end of this week's podcast here in sunny Calpe on the Carter on the Costa.
And if you'd like to come and join us next year, all you have to do is contact Country Music Tours today to reserve your place.
It is a holiday of a lifetime, and Karen is going to be there next year as well, like she was this year, doing some dance classes.
Am I?
I don't know.
gonna teach
We're just
Andrew
going to add that in.
how to
Yeah,
jive.
teach him a country drive. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. We'll see you all next week.
All the
A
best.
big thank you to Andrew on cameras and Brian, our producer, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.
Take care.